First, allow me to ask you if you can, for a few seconds, introduce yourselves. I know your names and pictures are up there, but it's different when you mention it. Thank you.
Yes, hello, greetings. I am Nicole McCormick. I hail from the consumer analyst side at global research firm Omdia. As my accent gives away, I am based in Australia, where I lead the 5G, 5GA, 6G consumer monetization strategy team.
Good afternoon. My name is Bo Hagerman. I'm a Director of Advanced Technology for APEC region. So working here in Asia Pacific with technology alignment and strategies for the region regarding long term for the global CTO office at Ericsson.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Cho from Nokia. First of all, happy to be here again in Shanghai. Although, nowadays the flight from Helsinki to here is 12 hours. But, my role is in the mobile networks. I'm working in the product management organization, working on the architecture, and I'm really working with the key operator customers across the globe to really transform the telco industry to more digitalized industry. Thank you.
大家下午好. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Xia Yang from Oppo. I'm personally in charge of Oppo's capabilities and technology planning. Thanks for GTI and CMCC for organizing this meeting, so we have a chance on the table to share our opinions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a great selection, and we look forward to the few minutes we have. I think I'm going to start with the two ends of the panel, just setting the tone in terms of what do we mean by the combination integration, and also how do they empower each other? What does it mean for 5G monetization and the end user? Briefly.
All right, I'll start. For me, AI in the RAN gives us knowledge in real time. In turn, we get real-time knowledge on provisioning and what's going on in the network. In turn, again, that can tell us where the consumer is, what they are using, and how much bandwidth per user you can provision. And these functionalities are AI 5GA enablers. So what does that mean in terms of monetization? Well, we're seeing new business models emerge off the back of those new facilitators. In particular, these models already exist, not just here in China, but also in Thailand and the US and Europe as well. And the fundamental basis of those new business models are that they are quality of service network business models. So what does that mean? You might have seen the adverts from your own telcos. These are the VIP services. This is pay us a premium for VIP uplink. Pay us a little bit more for VIP downlink services. That service is coming. The uplink service is here, a reality in several markets today. Another flavour of a new business model is VIP latency. This is a reality in Thailand. If you're out and about in a park and you want to sit with your friend, AIS will push you an interactive map. This interactive map will show you red, amber, green in terms of network performance. If you're in a non-green area, you can push a button. For 3 hours, you can pay a little bit more and you can get lower latency to make your cloud gaming service more efficient. So these models exist on plain 5G today. So the exciting next-gen thing is that we just heard this week, China Mobile announced its 5GA plans. And with the AI enablement, they have announced 3 QoS plans, targeting again that would-be consumer that has a high propensity to pay more. In this case, they targeted the gamer. They target the business traveller, and they also targeted VIP streamers. These are monthly plans, speed showing 2 gigabits per second, 3 gigabits per second over the 5GA network. So this, for the time being, is whereas I see the industry going. Yes, we've got connected cars on the burner, the low altitude models and the robotics and those things coming, but right here, right now, things are already moving.
That's great. Thank you very much. Perhaps Mr. Yang likes to build on that with your perspective. Thank you.
Okay, actually, it's very exciting to hear how to make money, right? So before making money, let's talk about how to integrate the 5G and AI. Generally speaking, we are talking about the 5G advanced plus the generative AI. Actually, from Oppo's perspective, as early as 2019, we proposed the idea of 5G for AI and AI for 5G, like two sides of a coin. Firstly, 5G for AI. Actually, we have one goal and two approaches. One goal is how to ensure 5G and 5G advanced is for AI. We know that 5G has quite a few advantages, no latency, bandwidth, all these things. This, with the increasing demands of 5G computation demands, definitely will be a big advantage to that. Also, the two approaches, we know that nowadays, when we talk about AI, normally we categorize into two types. One is on-device, another is cloud. On-device actually is becoming stronger and stronger with our chipset and the modems, the capability increment. So we can foresee in the coming few years, the on-device AI will just become stronger and stronger. But how about the cloud? It still needs some kind of collection, high speed, big bandwidth. So the introduction of 5G definitely empowers the speed of generative AI. So this is what we think what 5G can do for AI. On the other side, I think AI also can do something for 5G. Firstly, we think about the efficiency, which we will talk about just now. Another possibility is AI is smarter and stronger, which can provide the user predictions, intentions, all these things they can feed back to network, which is a good thing. Yeah, thanks.
Great. Thank you very much. Speaking of intentions and the insights that were made by Media and Oppo, I think it will be interesting for Ericsson and Nokia to talk a little bit about enablers in terms of use cases. We heard a lot, and there were great slides also by KDDI on data. So the power of AI, if it is some kind of a tool, even though tool can be a service, how does that become more interesting, quality of that, with the use cases, usage scenarios, and anything in that respect? Mr. Hagerman, Mr. Cho, thank you.
Thank you. It's an interesting question and a very good question. Going back, AI is fundamentally dependent and reliant on the quality of the data. So whatever is happening, the work that is being done, if that's generating data, acting on data, or actually decision on data and so forth, is directly dependent on the quality. High quality and also diverse and relevant type of data will guarantee that we do have good outcome with a high fidelity on the results. And conversely, of course, then if we think about the other way, then we can be quite cumbersome to be actually relying on the data outcome. But looking into it from a more commercial perspective and what can be actually successful, when we think about and reflect on AI, we can think about it from the telecom situation. So it's two ways. The network itself and the tool in the network, of course, that is very important as a kind for optimization, so performance optimization, and even for simplicity of operation of it. And for that perspective, it's actually both embedded type of AI algorithms for this kind of performance optimization, as well as for the simplicity to go for type of classical or global type of AI operations. And further on, that is a very good potential for that. And what we've seen when we're doing these kind of implementations is good kind of performance evaluations, say enhanced type of MIMO sleep on the low layer, really on the fast type of operations. We can see an energy reduction of 15% in networks, just to have the knowledge of what is happening at the place. As well, if we do link adaptation, which actually is supported by AI, having that knowledge, another spectrum efficiency of 15% and so forth. And again, from the simplicity of operation from that kind of perspective. The other way to look at it is also like AI-based type of applications and what can be done from that perspective. And that is really the key action when we think about it. One example could be just manufacturing, that we have seen several has been spoken about here now, and see the potential. Actually just to monitoring and also to acting and being part of the process and operating in that. And from that perspective, again, a network that is really has low latency and good performance is a must, which means that we need to have 5G advanced into the play. Another area we can look at the healthcare, and also how that is can be operating and so into that specific situation. AI in that is actually helping to diagnose and also to do these kind of surgeries and support in that space. And there we can see very good examples around the world. One, for example, in Singapore, where I'm based, where we can see the National University of Health Science is actually doing this in both supporting on advanced surgeries, remote surgeries, and further into that space. So I think that is kind of good examples into it.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. So, as we all know, AI is fundamentally dependent on data. It is trained on and works with. And obviously, you know, nowadays I am using the AI as my personal assistant, so I double check with the AI last night that are you ChatGPT based on the data quality? Obviously, the answer is yes, yeah, it is based on data quality. So as previous speaker mentioned, you know, high quality, accurate, and diverse yet representative data is crucial for AI to perform better. Then, for us to be successfully generating additional value, we need to actually select the use cases or scenario where reliable connectivity is required so that 5G and 5G Advanced can actually contribute. At the same time, use case and scenario which require or where we can actually get the good enough data. Also, we can maintain the good quality of data so that AI can continue to perform. And good thing is that we actually have many use cases. For example, you know, a lot of data from 5G network or LTE network itself are pretty reliable because, you know, Nokia and also the previous speakers company and many, ourselves, we are trying to generate the data from the network pretty accurately. So that's why we have been already using all those data for SON, but we have not been fully utilized the potential of the data. But thanks to this advancement of the AI, now we can fully utilize the data from the network so that we can improve the efficiency and improve the end user application experience as well. So if you really think about the use cases where connectivity should be reliable and we can get the data and we can keep the data, then, you know, you name it, smart cities, healthcare, and enterprise automation, we can get the data through reliable 5G and 5G advanced connectivity so that we can actually really generate the synergy between connectivity and data.
Great, thank you very much. I was actually going to ask about areas of impact, and you very well covered some, and Ericsson as well, but I'm sure you have some opinion on this briefly.
Yeah. From the consumer side, it is about the new plans. It is about the new apps. But I beg to borrow your phrase there, that it's also about AI tools on the network. This is a very important part of the consumer monetization evolution story. What do we mean by that? The operators on their platforms are using AI to help them pinpoint those VIP user traffic people, and once they've identified heavy TikTokers, they will actively push them in quick time a plan that is dedicated to their specific interest, so that person will get pushed to their mobile phone a VIP a video streaming package. The platforms with AI can identify the heavy influencers, those that need that priority of VIP uplinkage to sustain their business subscription models. The AI can find them. The telco can then push them a package that is relevant to them. And this is quite interesting because I think it's fair to say that the telcos haven't been in the past very good at direct marketing packages of value to a specific niche of subscribers. But if you put AI into the mix, this is what is happening here and now. I was just at one of the vendor booths. They showed me China Unicom Guangdong. They have VIP video streaming. It's a new pack. It's a premium pack. It's QoS. And they are using AI at the marketing, delivering, packaging up level to make sure that that hits the right consumer. And that's new, and that's going to help drive premium uptake.
Great insight. Thank you very much. Given the time, let me ask Ericsson and Oppo to say a few words, if you may, in terms of moving forward. What do you see as some of the overarching requirement, and not necessarily technology in any way you think, but briefly, if you don't mind. Yes.
Trustworthiness. So AI trustworthiness. To have trust of the decision that AI take, and actually to see that the result will be in favor. In that context also to see kind of relying on the decision for privacy and all kind of security questions. Not to be able to pinpoint individuals if you want to have data amounts to train on. So you have to see that this is kind of solved in that space. So there will be data to train the algorithms well. I think that is very, very important. In that context then it comes into how actually this is created. So regulatory type of situation is needed to really to be there. But it should be embracing and actually embracing innovation to see that it's happening. It's not forbidding. And that is perhaps what is easiest to do from a regulatory perspective. And because this is the potential in this business, and from that perspective, it also needs to be global standardization, so we don't diverge the industry going in different directions from the beginning. As from that perspective, we're only in the start of the beginning of this, and I think we have a lot to learn, and we will learn and really draw benefit of it. But global standardization and good safety, trustworthiness. Please.
Thank you. Mr. Yang?
Okay, since it's a broad question, I think From what we see, the top priority will be security. It's got data and privacy. Now we already enter a mobile era. Every day we consume and receive a lot of data. Involves a lot of personal privacy. So this is critically important. Recently, I was in Europe talking with our carrier partners in Europe. They consider this a lot. I think this will be a worldwide challenge for all the guys who are working on this. How to achieve a balance between the usability and the safety is the #1 priority. Then besides that, I think since I'm from Oppo, a device and a service provider, I think we have our own views on this. Firstly, it's like we need to generate or create enough computation power to cater for the needs of the different AI cases. However, this is not unlimited because we are facing the energy issue. So again, how to balance it? In Oppo, we provide actually 3 types of language skills. We call it Tele, Turbo, and Titan. Tele definitely is on device, and Turbo and Titan is on cloud. What we expect to create a just fine AI model and use cases. In Chinese, we call it 刚刚好 for other users who need it. So this is what we expect. Another one, again, is we want this kind of service or AI can benefit all the people, not just few of us. Thank you.
Thank you. For the sake of time, may I ask Mr. Cho if you don't mind in 30 seconds, say your last words in terms of a promising future or a requirement that you think?
I think this is pretty aligned with the previous, the speakers, what previous speakers said. This is all about reliability, both in the connectivity side and also in the data integrity side. And then, since we are talking about 5G advanced and AI, if I see this 5G advanced, for example, RedCap will be collecting a lot of data from wearables and many other use cases through super reliable 5G advanced connectivity. So in short, if you can ensure the reliability of the connectivity and reliability of data, then by combining those two, we can actually generate the value to the industry.
Thank you so much. I'm glad the distinguished panelists covered in a few minutes a lot of insights from the end user perspective, consumer, enterprise, the network and technology, as well as important notions such as ethics, trust, reliability, and of course collaboration, which has been the key word of our mission. With that, allow me to thank you and wish you all the best. I think I would like to pass it back to Craig. All right, thank you. Would you like me to close? Well, on behalf of GTI, allow me to close. And this has been tremendous, and thanks for the amazing audience and a great team at GTI, everybody, and the great speakers, including my panelists. It has been a pleasure to be among you. Thank you. Great job.